besties, welcome back to Laughing Through It. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being here because life has been absolutely chaotic lately in the best and worst ways possible. I feel like I blinked and suddenly I'm entering this whole new chapter of my life. New job, new schedule, new mindset, new confidence, and new problems too, obviously, because life refuses to let me grow in peace. But we keep moving. So today's episode is basically going to be a life update mixed with a little motivational talk, mixed with me oversharing. As usual, we're talking overnight shifts, weight loss confidence, temptations, staying disciplined when you work around food all night, and honestly realizing I'm becoming a different person than I was a month ago. And weirdly enough, I think I actually like this version of me. Okay, so first things first. I started my new job. And if you ever worked overnight shifts before, you already know your entire body starts acting confused. My brain doesn't know what time it is anymore. My stomach doesn't know when it's hungry. I'm drinking energy drinks at hours that should genuinely be illegal. And somehow, I'm expected to still function like a normal human being. Girl, I can barely do that when I do have 8 hours of sleep. The adjustment has been rough. I'm not gonna lie, because everybody talks about getting a new job like it's automatically exciting, but nobody really talks about how mentally exhausting change actually is. Even good change can be draining. You're learning new people, new routines, new expectations, and at the same time, you're still trying to keep your personal life together. And then on top of that, I'm trying to stay consistent with the podcast, which honestly has been difficult because overnight shifts completely change my schedule. Sometimes I come home exhausted and the last thing I want to do is sit down and write notes or record. Sometimes I have episode ideas at 4 a.m. while stocking shelves or doing random tasks, and I'm literally typing podcast notes into my phone half asleep. But honestly, I think that's part of growing up. Realizing that nobody is going to hand you the perfect schedule. Nobody is going to magically create motivation for you every day. Sometimes discipline looks ugly, tired, looks like editing a podcast while eating microwave noodles at 8 a.m. before passing out for the day. And I think people need to hear that more often because social media makes this success look aesthetic. Meanwhile, real growth looks exhausted. And speaking of growth, can we talk about this weight loss journey for a second? Because, chilly. I feel like lately I've started noticing changes that are bigger than just the number on a scale. And don't get me wrong, obviously seeing physical progress feels amazing, but the biggest thing I've noticed is honestly my confidence is changing. I carry myself differently now, and I'm starting to realize how much insecurity affected the way I moved through life before. I used to overthink everything. Used to shrink myself in conversations. Used to assume people were judging me before they even opened their mouths. And honestly, sometimes people did judge me before they opened their mouths because if you're anything like me, even if your mouth is closed, your subtitles do not turn off. And some people haven't learned how to control their subtitles yet. I'm still working on it. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. My subtitles definitely give me away 99.9% of the time, but that 1% where my mouth is closed and my subtitles are off, that's a win in my book. And now, I don't know, something feels different. Even at work, I've noticed people paying more attention to me. And listen, we're not going to act like attention doesn't feel good, because it absolutely does. Especially when you spent so long feeling invisible. But what's interesting is that I'm learning confidence isn't really about other people noticing you. It's about you noticing yourself. That's the part nobody talks about enough, because external validation is temporary. Somebody can flirt with you today and ignore you tomorrow. Somebody can compliment you one day and criticize you the next. If your confidence only survives through other people's opinions, it's always going to feel unstable. And I think for the first time in a long time, I'm starting to build confidence that exists even when nobody's watching, which is honestly scary. Because when you start becoming more confident, you also start realizing how many situations you tolerated when you hated yourself. And that conversation, alert, that's a whole episode by itself. Now let's talk about the real villain in the story. Gas station food. Because why is everything unhealthy so accessible during overnight shifts? Like, genuinely, why does a bag of hot Cheetos suddenly look like life-changing at 2:30 in the morning? And why do cookies start flirting with me when I'm tired? Why does my brain suddenly think mozzarella sticks are an emotional support system? It's actually ridiculous. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm perfect, because I'm not. There are definitely nights where I want junk food so bad, especially when I'm stressed or exhausted. But I've been trying really hard to become more mindful instead of impulsive. And I think there's a difference. Because before, I used food emotionally without even realizing it. Bad day, I would eat. Stressed, I would eat. Tired or bored, I would eat. And if there was a celebration, oh, chili, I'm eating. Now I'm trying to pause and actually ask myself what I need. Do I actually want food right now, or do I want comfort? Do I need energy, water, sleep, a break, human interaction? Like, sometimes it's not even hunger. Sometimes your body is just overwhelmed. And honestly, overnight shifts make that even harder because your body clock gets weird. So I've been trying little things that help me stay on track. Drinking more water, maybe buying something small to snack on. But at the same time, it also helps that I'm broke, so I can't really buy things. So there's that. That kind of beats the temptation. But when I do buy things, I don't turn it into guilt or self-hatred, because I'm learning balance matters more than punishment. I do not want to live in a cycle where I'm either perfect or completely falling apart, because let's be honest, I'm always falling apart. That mindset ruined my progress so many times before. I also think this season of my life is teaching me patience. And if you know me, you know patience is not exactly my personality trait. I want results immediately. I want progress immediately. I want my life figured out immediately. Has any of that happened? No. Are we still okay? Yes. But growth is annoyingly slow. Sometimes you don't even realize you're changing until one random day when you react differently than the old version of yourself would have. Like, if somebody comes up to you and says something, and the old you would just like automatically pop off and punch them in the face, but the new you is like, oh, that's your opinion, keep walking. Instead of instantly like going for the hit. However, recently I caught myself being kinder to myself automatically. And that sounds small, but for me it's huge, because I used to bully myself constantly in my own head. And now I'm trying to talk to myself like someone worth rooting for, because I am. And so are y'all. That changes everything. Like, one of the things I do is I'll go into the mirror and I'll be like, girl, even if my hair is crazy, like, I'll just wake up in the morning and I'll be like, what's up, fine shit, how you doing? Like, I'll flirt with myself in the mirror, which makes my day better and builds my confidence more, if that makes sense. I know it's a little weird, but it's fine, because we're a little weird over here. And then I'll, like, put on an outfit, and if I don't like it, then I'll sit there and, like, stare at myself. You know how if you stare at a picture long enough, you, like, end up hating it, even if you liked it at first? Switch it. If you sit there and stare at yourself long enough, don't pick out your flaws. Don't sit there and just be like, oh, I have a pimple right here, or dang, I kind of wish I would lose, like, a little bit more extra fat. Like, don't sit there and just tear yourself down when you're looking in the mirror. Sit there and build yourself up. Flirt with yourself if you have to. Sit there and be like, girl, your eyes are sparkling today. Or, damn, body, you look good. Like, do something to make yourself feel better. Because if you can sit there and you can validate yourself, it's worked for me to help build my confidence throughout that day, and I hold my head higher. I walk around with my, like, back straightened. Like, I'm working on building myself up instead of tearing myself down, because genuinely, you are your worst enemy. Wholeheartedly. Also, before I end this episode, can we talk about the concert for a second? Because your girl's got another concert coming up this week. Friday night. Oh, yeah. And I'm super excited. Like, uber excited. And honestly, I need something fun to look forward to. I feel like adulthood can become this nonstop cycle of work, stress, bills, responsibilities, sleep deprivation, and trying not to mentally collapse in a Walmart parking lot. So having something exciting coming up feels refreshing. I'm probably going to do a whole side quest episode about getting ready for it because you already know I'm planning outfits in my head weeks earlier. Actually, I've started planning these outfits months prior because I got these tickets back in February. So your girl ahead of the game. But that's like pretty much mandatory. And honestly, I think moments like that matter more than people realize. You need experiences that remind you life isn't just survival mode all the time. And that's something I'm learning too. Go out with your friends. You might be tired. You might just want to sleep. But go out with your friends. Go spend time with them. Go spend time with your family. Go to concerts. Go outside for a little bit, even if you don't want to. Surprisingly enough, if I go outside in the morning with my dog when I let him out, I will... Oh, I said his favorite word and now he's perking up. I will stand on the porch with him and just kind of let the sun soak up... Well, let me soak up the sun. Wow, I cannot talk today. But yeah, so go find little moments to separate your mind from the fact that life is so stressful and demanding. If you work mornings, take a nap, go out later. If you work overnights, sleep, try to go out before you have to go in, or just wait until your day's off. Honestly, I slept until 4 p.m. today on Tuesday, and this episode comes out at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, and it is 6:43 p.m. that I am recording this. So, it's not... Your schedule doesn't have to completely change. You just have to adapt to your new schedule. But... yeah, so try to find the small little moments that are gonna make you feel like you and everything like that. Sorry, I was looking at a text message. But there is a quote that my grandmother sent me a couple days ago that I gotta find. However, off topic, there's a sticker at my job that I work at, and it shows a unicorn just kind of spread out, and it says, "I'll get over it. I just need to be dramatic first." I want that on a t-shirt because that is so me. Okay, let me find this quote for you. So one thing that she sent me, because she, my whole family is, trying to help me with this and, stay on topic and stuff because I do have ADHD. And the topic does change, obviously, if you listen to the last episode or this episode because it's been kind of chaotic. But it says, stop shoulding yourself. Stop, I should be further along by now. I should do what makes them happy. I should look more like them. I should be working harder, longer. I shouldn't be thinking about what I need. Stop doing that. That goes back to me telling y'all to talk to yourself in the mirror and hype yourself up. Stop picking out your flaws. Stop trying to please other people without pleasing yourself first. Instead, I'm right on track for my own path. I don't have to live up to others' expectations. I don't need to look like anyone else but myself. I'm allowed to listen to my body and take breaks when I need to. It is not selfish to take care of myself. Chili. Whoever said that it was selfish to take care of yourself clearly didn't like taking care of them or themselves. But yeah, besties, I think that's where I'm at right now. Tired, growing, confused, sometimes motivated, other times learning balance, learning confidence, learning discipline, learning who I actually am outside of my insecurities. And honestly, I think this version of me is still under construction, but she's getting there. Slowly. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble as usual. If you related to any part of this episode, definitely let me know, because sometimes it really helps hearing that other people are figuring life out too. Remember that y'all are not alone on any journey that y'all are going through. Everybody's journey looks different, but it's all the same journey to better ourselves. Remember that you are as important as the people that you take care of and as the people that you hold dear to you. Thank you guys for listening to me. Obviously, I said that, but thank you again. I love you guys so much. Stay safe. Drink water. Coffee does not count. Neither does tea. I will die on that hill. Don't let gas station snacks ruin your progress, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. And no matter what, we're gonna keep laughing through it.